The best books to read about the state of Maine. I got Growly McGee here. Where'd you go, Growly? Oh, there it is. All right, so we're going to show you. I got five right here, and this has nothing to do with Stephen King. Stephen King actually writes good. Some of the books are kick-ass, some are just weak, but I enjoy Stephen King. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's nothing to do with that guy. And I'm always looking for good books on Maine as well. So if you have a good one, man, let me know because I just love books on Maine. Not gonna lie to you. New England generally, Maine specifically. All right, we're gonna start with what my mom told me about was Rabble in Arms by Kenneth Roberts. This guy crushes. I mean, he's dead. You're gonna get. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna get a whole new look at Benedict Arnold. I'm just telling you. Now, this Benedict Arnold, I mean, just read him. Rabble in Arms or Rundle. Oh, it's like historical fiction. Lydia Bailey. This is from 1947. I'm not sure what is it number one. I don't know in terms of the publisher, but it's 1947. Kenneth Roberts, if he has written a book, you're going to want to read it. And you're going to want to get as older of a copy as you possibly can because that guy is he just crushes. It's just fun to read. It's insightful. The guy's he's a good wordsmith, man. Number two, or the second, you got to get this book. A Maine Hamlet by Laura Beam. Oh, man, this book is this is not fiction. This is historical. I mean, this is history. So what happened was she was raised in Maine, if memory serves, like I want to say like up by Dexter someplace. I can't remember. But anyway, someplace North Maine, in North Central Maine, something like that. She moved to New York and then came back like 50 years later. Oh man, I cannot tell you how much like highlights I have in this book. There's so much. I just love this book. I love this. And then Return to Peaks Island by your old buddy Josh. Read this book, man. That's fiction, but it's kind of like a historical fiction memoir, if you will. I'm trying to think. Yeah, anything on Maine I enjoy greatly. Olivia, what's her name? Olive Kettigridge. I didn't like that. It was okay. I didn't. That wasn't a big book for me actually. Yeah, I found that kind of. It was okay. I read it. I'm glad I did. It just wasn't that big of a deal. It was like you got to read Olive Kitteridge. That didn't do much. Killing Maine by Mike Bond. A freaking awesome book. Shows the evils of big wind. You hear that, Susan Collins? You POS. Anyway, Killing Maine by Mike Bond. That's just a great book. Great book. Lately, I'm reading a lot of Paul Dorian, fantastic writer. There's a guy they're getting ready to make a movie out of too, which I'll think about it here in just a second. Empire Falls. I got to think about what that didn't do much for me. Paul Dorian, he writes great. I like his writing a lot. It's fun to read. There's another guy recently too. I got to think his name. Bruce Robert Coffin, and this guy writes well. It's just a fun read, easy to read, fun. I enjoyed them very much, actually. Just really easy books to read. I'll put links in the show notes, and you can get a lot of these for Kindle for free. It's pretty cool, actually. He doesn't write about Maine specifically, but he's got a couple good books on New England and stuff. And then I just enjoy this guy's books. He also has books on the Midwest as well, but the Mountain was a good one. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. Up North, another good one. And so he writes pretty well. I was a big fan, long time, first time. And again, a lot of these you can get Kindle Unlimited for free, which is pretty cool. Anyway, long story short, there's some great, great books on Maine. I'm sure there's many, many others I'm forgetting. If you want to read, actually check this out. This is actually about Peaks Island, where I grew up as well. So he had published this at the same time I published this. And I don't know Chris Moore. I know his brother. Dennis. Dennis used to call me Smiley. He was one grade ahead of me, and when I played baseball for Little League 4, Dennis played on the other team, and every time he'd pitch to me, he'd say, "You're always smiling." I said, "I don't know why, man. I guess I smile when I get nervous." Anyway, I knew his brother, and my mom knows his mom real well. I'm not sure if my mom doesn't live in Maine, hasn't lived in Maine for many, many years, but anyway, this is a real good. It's an interesting book on Peaks Island. It's free again, Kindle Unlimited, and it's good stuff. I want to see. I'd put a rating in there. Why is there no reviews? There were reviews. Why is there no? I don't get it, man. I put a review in there and it got deleted, and I could have sworn there was another review in there too. They get deleted by Kindle. Anyway, I'll put links in the show notes. And I would like to hear your thoughts on books about Maine. Just that's always of interest to me. One book I freaking enjoyed immensely by Stephen King. Actually, I guess I will say Stephen King, 11/22. Yeah, right here. This is a fun book to read. The show was out about this too. The movie, not the movie, but the series is. This is a great book. I enjoyed that immensely. Ooh, Empire Falls. I didn't get a big kick out of Empire Falls. Let me look this up. I forgot the guy's name who wrote it. It just didn't do that much to me. Everyone's like, you got to read Empire Falls. Yeah, Richard Russo. I think they're going to make this a movie too. Yeah, that just didn't do much for me, man. I don't know. It's weird. Um, yeah, let's see what this is. Chances are. Yeah, I read that one too. Yeah, neither of them did much for me. It's weird. Anyway, so they're getting ready to make this a movie. And yeah, he lives in Camden, Maine, in Boston, of course. It's like Peaks Island. We live in half the time in New York City and half the time on Peaks Island. Yay! And I wonder why the property values are going up. All right, good stuff. Put your thoughts in there. We'll see you.